I'm Matthew Smyth. I'm the Chief of Neurosurgery at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, and I'm the Director of our Pediatric Neurosurgery Fellowship Program. Within neurosurgery, I became most interested in epilepsy surgery because of the very interesting and diverse networks of the brain and the various types of procedures that we can perform to treat epilepsy. So I have patients that had an epilepsy surgery when they were an infant that have now are in college or have graduated from college and send me college graduation announcements or even weddings, things like that. So that's something that's sort of unique for a pediatric neurosurgeon, and that's highly gratifying to see these patients mainline back into normal society and have a normal life. I've focused my career on optimizing and improving the various surgeries that we perform for difficult to control seizures in children, studying the outcomes, and then improving the operations and the techniques to get the outcomes as good as possible. Throughout my career, I've participated in the training of over 50 neurosurgery residents and over 17 pediatric neurosurgery fellows. And I'm very proud of what they've achieved out across the country in their own practices. I've also spent a fair amount of time looking at treating epilepsy using novel devices such as focal cooling devices. So you can imagine an abnormal electrical discharge in the brain. The brain is locally very hyperactive. You can actually decrease the brain's activity by cooling it. So physically cooling a region of the brain with a implantable cooling device is something that we've looked at in the laboratory in animals and in humans. And it is effective. You can quench or stop seizures by cooling the brain. The challenge is getting that concept and device actually into an implantable device that has FDA approval. And so that's kind of the next step, is working on bringing devices like this actually to patients. Last year I did my 1,000th epilepsy surgery on a beautiful young girl who wrote me a beautiful thank you note that she gave me to open at the end of her surgery. That was a really meaningful day. She understood the impactfulness of doing 1,000 operations for epilepsy, and she was only 10.